Okay, hello beautiful Libra people. My name is Jessica from Prospect Park Tarot, and I'm here to deliver to you your monthly reading for the month of September 2020. And before we begin anything, I just would like to say that I was almost done recording this month's message for you all. And then my camera died, and I lost the whole video. So I just thought that was very interesting because I thought it was a very impactful reading. I thought it was a really good reading, but my phone just decided, you know what, let's do it again. So that's what we're going to do. And this is the way we're going to do it. I will not mention that reading to you if it does not come up in this new reading that we're about to do. But if points of the old reading come up in this new reading, we'll definitely hit on those with a little bit more emphasis because that might be a sign or a signal that we need, okay? So without further ado, let's begin with our prayer before we start your tarot and oracle card readings. Thank you so much, God. Thank you so much, Spirit, for using me as a vessel to transmit those messages that you believe the beautiful Libra people should be receiving at this time. I ask for confidence, I ask for clarity, and I ask for cohesion as we embark upon this reading to give the Libra people what they need and deserve to hear for the month of September 2020. We will run this back and we will run this as a clean slate and allow the messages that you intend to come out in the way you intend it. All right, thank you so much. Perfect. The reading will begin once the first card falls. All right, let's get started. Thank you so much. So the first card you have down is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks about the intention to move forward, the intention to travel, the intention to move away or move on from a situation. And I say intention because obviously the surfer's not on the water. When you have a surfboard, you don't walk around on the sidewalk. You don't walk around on the grass. You surf on some waves. But there's this feeling of this person is prepared, right? Maybe they're financially prepared. Maybe they're energetically prepared, spiritually prepared, whatever the case may be. But there's a feeling of I have everything I need to begin to move forward from this situation, but I'm gonna debate it a little more. I'm gonna wait until the time is right, until the tide is right, you know? So there's this feeling of I intend to, but for right now I'm just looking, right? I'm just looking at where I can possibly go. Right after that we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles talks about a number of things. It talks about the anxiety that we have that forces us to shrink ourselves, that forces us to ostracize and count ourselves out, right? To separate ourselves from other people, to not show up, to kind of just be in our own world and feel like we have to handle situations by ourselves or in our own personal space. And as it pertains to this Three of Wands, again, I feel like you have the intention to move forward, and I feel like you're prepared to. You know you can, right? You have the certifications to do so. You have the money to do so. You have the will and the intent to do so, but there's a feeling of some kind of anxiety saying, but can you really, right? Can you really move forward? Is there really anything that you can say about this situation? So definitely this Five of Swords gives me the feeling of you may be shrinking yourself. And as you shrink yourself, this person begins to move farther and farther away from the shore. So we want to see how we can make them go closer to the shore to where they can be able to jump into whatever it is that they wished or planned to do. Right after that, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles talks about the decisions that we make. And these decisions are special because they are practical decisions. They are decisions that take effort, they take money, and they take time. And for that reason, they are very important decisions that we may feel like we need more variables to be able to make a confident decision. As it stands right now, there's not that much clarification on it. But in the first week of September and maybe into a little bit of the second week, there's this feeling of over-contemplation, right? There's a feeling of, okay, I can do this, but I'm psyching myself out to believe that I'm not the right person for the job. Let's continue. Thank you so much. So right after that, you have the Eight of Wands and you have the Knight of Swords. Both cards represent speed. Both cards represent energy and forward movement and progression. So I feel like in the beginning of September, you guys may have felt stuck really. You guys may have felt stuck in your own world. You may have felt like you did not have the answers that you needed to move forward. So yes, this is like the reading that I just did for you all, because the Knight of Swords was in the heart of your reading for the last reading. So this is almost the same exact message. There's one thing I want to mention to you about the beginning of September. If you still feel like you're in that position where you feel like you're stuck, or things aren't happening fast enough for you, or you kind of feel like you're leaving yourself out of situations that you actually want to be a part of. There's this feeling of, if the world seems too big, if your problems seem too big, instead of shrinking away from them, you need to expand towards them. You need to grow towards them and go towards them. And when you do that, your problems become smaller. The horizons that you've seen that have limited you become smaller, and then you get to see over that hill and over that bump. But in order to do that, you need to move forward, right? The more we cower away, the bigger our problems become. But I get this feeling, if you guys are coming into that knowledge for yourselves, this could be some kind of epiphany, right? This could be maybe a book you read, a quote you read, something someone said, but it kind of lights a fire under your ass, right? It's kind of like, okay, maybe this situation is my doing, because I am qualified and I have been underestimating myself and overestimating the competition, or overestimating my problems. But now I'm starting to understand that I can move forward, that I can begin to progress, and that's what you're doing with this Eight of Wands. This is forward movement energy. This is I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. Heart of your reading is the Knight of Swords. It's saying, now I'm gone. You know, I built up my momentum, and now you're not going to stop me. But also, one thing I want to mention about this Knight of Swords is there can be a propensity for us to rush. When we feel like things aren't working out fast enough, especially with this Two of Pentacles, when we feel like the answers aren't coming fast enough, when we feel like we're missing out, like we have a fear of missing out, we can rush into things, and we can say, if this isn't going to happen, I'm going to make it happen. And understand that sometimes Spirit slows you down so that you can rest, so that you can catch your breath, so that you can come up with a better idea, so that you can re-emerge in some way or another. And with that, I just want to say that if you are in a period where you feel like you are stuck, there is no need to push yourself. Of course, push yourself to wake up and take care of yourself and all these things. But if you're in one of those periods where everything is slow, there's no need to push yourself. There's no race to win. And this card gives me the feeling like I'm running in a race. But if you're not running in a literal race, there's no race to win. There is nobody you are competing against. And when you go against yourself, and when you go against your natural rhythms, your body and your mind start going against each other, and easy things become challenges, right? But if that's not the message for you, there's this feeling of, after some kind of epiphany, you get that which you need to begin to move forward. So right after that, we have the Two of Cups. Right under the Two of Pentacles. Pretty interesting. A lot of twos here. Just two, but I still think that's enough. The Two of Pentacles talks about the potential for some kind of relationship. Some kind of love relationship, some kind of friend relationship, or maybe some kind of reconciliation with somebody. There's a feeling of, if you need a helping hand, right? If you need a step forward, a step up, there's a feeling of, just ask. Have the courage, right? Have the will, have the determination to ask for that which you want. Of course, do so in a manner that is diplomatic, because we don't want to scare people away with our aggression, with our fervor, right? But there's a feeling of, there's somebody that you can hold on to. Somebody that wants to hold back onto you. And you guys serve to blend your energies together, so that when you both emerge, you emerge stronger. You emerge fulfilled and refilled because of the love you give each other. So this could definitely be a relationship, like a romantic one. But it could also be a good friend that you may have, or a good family member. Towards the end of the month, you're moving towards the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a youthful energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this could be a child of yours. This could be maybe somebody that you're dating, or a friend that you have that's a little bit more head in the clouds, right? They may be a little oblivious. Or this may even be your energy at this time. But the thing I love about this person is that they are so idealistic. They have the audacity to dream. And they have the distinct instinct to understand when God and their intuition is speaking to them and through them. They know the difference between the voice of anxiety and the voice of God, and they know which one to listen to. But one thing about the Page of Cups is, although they have the ideas and they have the inspiration, sometimes they can't put their feet on the ground long enough to make it manifest, right? So as it pertains to this card right here, some of you may be having some dreams about where you could go, of how you can move forward. Of how you can move forward in a relationship even, right? You guys may be fantasizing about somebody that you love, somebody that you respect. But with this card, there's a feeling of, what activity, what small activity can I do to bring me closer to this thing in reality, in my physical reality? There's no need to rush here, but there's a need to understand that your dreams are possible, right? Your visions are possible. There's no need to limit yourself, right? There's no need to limit yourself. So you can do that which you dream about. You can do those epiphanies that you have. They're not just there to entertain you while you're in bed. You're getting glimpses of who you can be, of your higher self. I think my cat is trying to jump on to my chair. But we're almost done with this reading, so let's continue. Thank you so much. All right, so the next card you have is the Four of Cups. And closing your reading is the Temperance card. The Four of Cups talks about somebody who was kind of bored with their environment. Somebody who's kind of bored with their surroundings. It's kind of like, I've been here, I've done that. None of this really interests me anymore, right? I want a spark, right? I need a spark. I want some kind of information that will make me feel something. Maybe you all are feeling kind of numb, maybe kind of emotionless, kind of just like you're going through the motions, right? And you might be feeling like this Four of Cups energy where it's just like, okay, well, what next? What's happening next? But I feel like this month for you all is really about the way in which you reflect and the grace that you give yourself while you're in this transit, right? There's a feeling to not fight however long something is taking, because somebody's feeling a little impatient. And somebody's allowing their impatience to affect their faith in their possibilities. Okay? Okay? There's no need to chase something out of fear that you cannot have it. Because the time will come where your resources match your spiritual understanding of what is afforded to you, of what you can have. And at that time, when you go for those things, there is no, I need to take cycles of going out and coming back in and going out and coming back in. You'll go out and you'll stay out, and you'll understand the importance of doing the work and doing the hard work to stay out, to stay present, to stay open. But right now with this Four of Cups, there's a need to refine your why. What is my purpose in wanting the things that I want? And it's right here, okay? So your why is right near you. There's a need to go inside of yourself, to go internal. Maybe you do need some time to yourself, right? To understand that and figure out, why does this matter so much to me? The Four of Cups is an offering of some kind of intuition, of some kind of creative solution to a problem that you might be having. But you need the patience to assess your surroundings long enough to find that one golden nugget that may be hidden under all of the dirt. Patience is the message for September 2020. Love and patience and grace. And closing this reading off, well, the 9th card of the spread. Let's get the underlying energy. Underlying energy is justice. That's you. This is the Libra card. This is you all. So your underlying energy is coming towards yourself. You guys are coming into yourself. Okay? And if you feel like you aren't yourself, that's because there's a need to get back to yourself. There's a need to get back to justice. Or maybe there's some kind of legal situation that you're waiting for an answer for, right? I need to figure this out before I can figure anything else out. I need to know that this is the right step before I proceed in any other way. But with this justice being the underlying energy, there's this feeling of, if you are feeling stuck right now, it might just be the Libra transit, right? It might just be the period in which you need time to allow your just karma to come to you. And that requires time, that requires patience, and that requires a level of delicacy and understanding to allow this thing to come towards you. Anyways, so the last card of your spread is the Temperance card. The Temperance card talks about moderation, and it talks about balance. That's what I feel like we're striving for at this time. Oh, I love this. Pay attention to whenever you see 222. I say this because you have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups, and you have the Temperance, which is a 14, but he's holding the light and the dark, right? There's some kind of balance that's going on here. So when you see 222, I want you guys to focus on how patient you are being, or how your worldview is affected by the things that you see right now. There's a need to look beyond, or to see beyond where you are right now, to understand that there is more afforded to you very soon. But right now, you gotta put your professional hat on. You gotta take the time. You gotta do the work. You gotta do the research. And find that balance, find the mediation if you're conflicted with somebody, right? If there's some situation with somebody where you feel like it is out of balance, there's a need to mediate those issues. There's a need to rest and repair and heal and find the middle ground, find the core of yourself, and get back to your baseline so you can begin to move from there, instead of moving from a place that is fueled by your fear, and then you end up running in the wrong direction because you did not allow the situation to pan out the way in which it could have if you took a bit more time and gave yourself a little bit more grace. All right, so now I'm pulling some Rebel Oracle cards for you all. Thank you so much. We have 4 that came out for you. And let's see what's going on. So the first one says, be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. So there's definitely a feeling of your worldview affecting your self-esteem, affecting how you see the world and what you think you can possibly attain. And the secret is you can always have more than you want. You can always have more than you want. And you always deserve more than you want. Literally, I don't care what you want. I don't care what you want. If you're looking for a job, right? If you're looking for a job, if you're looking for a relationship, and you feel like you don't qualify, apply anyways. Apply anyways and allow people to tell you yes, and allow yourself to surprise yourself with how far you can actually go. The next one says, thunderstrike. Figure shit out on your own. So basically, there's no advice here. I just said figure it out. The next one says, get over yourself. Pull your shit together. Help people. Give back. Do good shit for humanity. So there may be a feeling of reclusing into ourselves, right? Of I can't really focus, if I can't really be here because there's some stuff I need to work out. And the last one says, you do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. I know that's right. Anyways, let's get your last oracle card. This is the Isis Oracle. And let's see what the Divine Lady Isis has to tell the beautiful Libra people for the month of September 2020. Oh, 3 cards. Okay, we have 3 cards that came out for you all. That is completely fine. Give me just 1 second to look these up in the booklet. You have Life Restored, the Priestess of the Phoenix. You have Divine Sisterhood, Community of Spiritual Sisters and Brothers of the Light. And then you have Pyramid of Light. Step your vibration deeper into love. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to do this one last because I feel like this one has a lot of weight to it. All right, let's get into it. So the first one we're looking up is Life Restored. Give me just 1 second to find it in this booklet. Page 98. Spiritual Resurrected is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life, just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life. So too will you rise again, healed and renewed. Be patient, y'all. Spirit is giving you the cell restoration that you need. Maybe you guys have a depleted battery, and right now you're being charged, and it may be taking a little while, but you are being charged. Do not worry about that. Next one is 46. And if this message resonates, you know, okay? You know. If this message does not resonate and you don't feel stuck, then hopefully there's another reader on YouTube who can communicate your situation, right? This one says, in community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries, and personal freedom, with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring of innate wisdom, great miracles occur. You are a part of this community of light. At one time it existed only in the spiritual worlds, yet now it is being born on the earth. It is part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. Is there something that you want to say but don't feel like you're qualified enough to say it? Just practice saying it, maybe to yourself, maybe to your loved one, and just seeing how it feels on your tongue to speak your truth, right? To say what you know. And the last one is Pyramid of Light, 134. So this one says, as a being growing into significant light, darker energies can become more attracted to you. There is nothing to fear and only more mastery and awareness of the power and protection of divine love to experience. Here is guidance on the skills you have within you now to deal with any undesired interference. The Pyramid of Light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path, and it is time now to end that interference with love and compassion. Thank you all for excusing me. I'm a bit tongue-tied. I need a sip of water, but that is your reading. Thank you so much, Libra people, for embarking on this journey with me. I definitely hope I gave you all a bit more solace and a bit more actionable steps that you can take towards feeling more like yourself, to feeling more justified in everything that you do and everything that you want. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week and month and year. And we will be back sooner than you can expect. So thank you so much, you all. Bye-bye.